Are you shitting me? I deleted. No, there it is. Nothing but professionalism right here, boy.
Oh, damn straight.
Welcome back, everybody, to Watchin. That's the show where we watch shit and talk about it for your enjoyment. Yeah, that's right. Oh, crap. We got a whole bunch of stuff with who's watching what and talking trailer trash. Later on, we're going to talk about, spoiler alert, that's right, Guardians of the Galaxy 2. You ain't a fan, so tough shit. Come back and watch this later after you've seen it. But we're getting into it tonight right here on What You're Watching. And with that, since the music stopped, I guess I ought to tell you, I'm one of the hosts of this mess. That's right. My name's the Reverend Jeff Kelly. I got my little Gandalf beard trimmer thingy hanging in there going on tonight. And we got old Cole Wilmes, Mr. Collier Williams. I'm Mary Poppins, y'all.
Yeah, I'm Mary Poppins, y'all.
Hey, was he cool? Yeah, he was cool. That's right. We were talking about what tonight? Porn. No.
Yes. Wait, I thought that was season 3.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh,
Volume 2. That's right. That's what we're talking about tonight. And we're going to start off with a little bit of talking. No. Trailer trash talk. That's what we decided we were going to call it. That's
crap.
First thing of the new one's coming up here. That's right. Be afraid. Be very afraid. Not long after John Chambers and his family arrived in their new home in a small county, Pennsylvania, John begins to experience sleepless paralysis. Dun, dun, dun. Tell us about this one, man.
Yeah, I was just checking out what new trailers were in the horror realm, and I saw this, and I was like, this sounds interesting. Watched it, and it looks pretty much from the silhouette of whatever the horror villain in this one is. He looks like he's just the weird bastard love child of Freddy Krueger and Jeepers Creepers, so who likes to drown people's mommies. So this is definitely going to be
drown your mammy, y'all.
This is definitely your average Disney movie.
Yeah, well, it's definitely not your average Disney movie, but we'll get a chance to watch it because, it's one of those things that we do around here. Gerald Knott. You don't know if he's French. Brian Krause, Jamie Page, Lewis Hertham, names I've never heard. Okay.
Yeah.
Moving right along to the next one up. Speak, boy.
Okay, I was just gonna say that looks like a little small town or small time movie by nobodies.
Right, exactly. Like us, nobody filmmakers.
I can relate to it.
So you finally got a chance to catch up with the Mummy trailer. An ancient princess is awakened from her crypt beneath the desert, bringing with her malevolence grown over millennia and defy human comprehension. Director Alex Kurtzman, we've heard of that name, and stars Tom, I'm a Scientologist Cruise, Sophia Botella, and Annabella Wallace. Yeah. She's got 4 eyeballs. It's creepy.
Yeah, it's definitely something that you see mummies do a lot, right?
I guess. I'm not really sure. At first I thought it was just like a remake of the original Mummy from George of the Jungle, but apparently not.
Well, not the original, because that was also, again, a remake of the old Boris a loose remake of the Boris Karloff one from the 1930s. And this is supposedly supposed to jumpstart a Universal horror monsters cinematic universe because everybody's trying to be Marvel, right?
Well, let's hope they do better than they did the last time, because I've been watching that crap show they tried the last time, and I gotta tell you, I haven't even started the Wolfman yet. We'll talk about that.
The Wolfman feels underappreciated, but I feel like this is with this trailer in particular. I think that this is definitely the one they should have gone with originally, because this definitely feels more horror.
So that's the idea, but they're supposed to be scary. Okay, it stains the sands red. In the throes of a zombie apocalypse, a troubled woman from Las Vegas with a dark past finds herself stranded in the desert with a lone and a ravenous zombie on her tail. It's literally like a story of three people: a zombie, a dude, and his chick. I haven't seen it yet, but it looks like one I'll probably check out because I don't know. The trailer kind of caught my attention.
Yeah, from what you summed up, this seems like a zombie movie I can actually watch because I don't like watching a lot of zombie movies because they sound all the same. But this one sounds pretty interesting.
I mean, is it hard to outrun a zombie? I don't know. I guess it depends on which zombie world you're in. That's always why it's so confusing. Then I caught Transformers The Last Night, the Secret History trailer. Dun, dun, dun! Michael Bay, explosions. Michael Bay,
explosions and hot ladies.
That's right. Well, there's no hot ladies in the Transformer movies usually. Megan Fox had really weird hands, and Shia LaBeouf, the lady that played Shia LaBeouf's mom, wasn't exactly all that hot now, was she? They could have made her hotter, just saying.
Well, that's a matter of opinion, Rev.
Apparently in Transformers 5, Optimus Prime is the bad guy and Megatron's our defender. The world has just flip-flopped on us. I don't know what we're going to do. Humans and Transformers are at war. Optimus Prime is gone. The key to saving our future lies buried in the secrets of the past, in the hidden history of Transformers on Earth. Because we learned in the last movie, that they would have been around since the time of the dinosaurs.
Well, yeah, that's always been the case in the Transformers lore.
Right. But in the cartoon world. Yeah. But the movie world finally revealed that. A lot of people didn't watch the cartoon world.
Well, all you people need to watch them cartoons, man.
Don't be so ignorant.
You're being ignorant.
All right, finally, cut this trailer right before the show. Oh my God, Family Guy in space, live action. That's right. Seth MacFarlane is a troubled space captain who the Space Federation reluctantly assigns a crew, and then assigns him his ex-wife as his first mate. Woo!
I'm glad
comedy
we
Star Trek.
Galaxy Quest.
Yes, exactly. It's pretty much going to be Galaxy Quest. I totally caught that too. This is going to be on Fox, as far as I can see. And so far, there's only a pilot, but they're really starting to push it. Anything that Seth MacFarlane touches turns to shitty gold. It's still gold, but it smells like crap. That's right. Shitty gold.
One thing I can appreciate, this doesn't look particularly like the normal stuff that he usually does, but it's going to look...
No, it doesn't. It looks more like A Million Ways to Die in the West in space. And that was a great movie, at least in my book. So,
yeah.
Hey, Cole.
Yes?
What you watching?
Oh, that is a good question, Rev.
Yeah, the first thing you was watching was Samurai Jack.
Samurai Jack.
A samurai sent through time to fight to return home and to save the world.
Yeah.
Playing on the Cartoon Network for season 5, right?
Yeah, and it's almost getting wrapped up. Like I mentioned last week, they canceled it for a while, and it's coming back to finish it up. And man, it's getting intense. I'm just like, what the heck's going on here? And it's just
the fate of the universe hangs in the balance as Samurai Jack faces Haku.
He has to defeat the evil Haku.
That's right. Saturday, May 20th. So that's coming this Saturday. So that'll be the next episode of Samurai Jack Save Us All. I love Samurai Jack,
so
and I don't know why.
Everybody, it's one of the best shows out there.
For adults who like cartoons, it kind of is. And you went on some kind of a weird kick this week. Southern Fried Bigfoot documentary that explores the legends, tales, and possible reality of the hairy monsters that are purported to live in the wild areas of American South. This is Sean Whitley's contribution to the Bigfoot world. I don't even think he's around anymore, but Southern Fried Bigfoot. I don't remember this one.
Yeah, this is one I remember watching on the documentary channel. a while back. It's a pretty it's a very rough, but I feel like it's makes up for it in its content. I personally feel like it's one of the better Bigfoot documentaries out there.
This isn't the one with Jackass plays drums in the woods, is it?
No.
Or is this the one where they take the reporter out in the woods and they think they're getting stones thrown at them and think
no,
they
this
see
is
Bigfoot
a different one. This is one where it's pretty much just chronicles different. It's less of a let's go out in the woods and see if we can find Bigfoot. And it's more of like a chronicling all the different Bigfoot monsters in the South. Like it has experts telling you about the Boggy Creek monster to the Lake Worth
Honey Island skunk. It's a Honey Island skunk creature or swamp creature.
And
or whatever
I believe the guy who
was.
narrates it actually voices Vegeta now on the Dragon Ball dubs.
Nice. So funny to see where voice actors end up later. You know, I mean, they go from one project to another, and it doesn't really matter what the subject is. It's that golden voice that everybody wants to hear. Give me for my voice talent. That's all it's really worth. All right. And then you went on Sasquatch Mountain, a lonely tow truck driver was caught in deadly struggle. Yeah, Devil on the Mountain, between a pair of bank robbers with a beautiful hostage, local cops, and a monster that has come down from Arizona mountains to kill people.
Oh, yeah, don't you know?
Oh, yeah, don't you know? Directed by Stephen R. Monroe, written by Michael Worth.
What can I say? It's one of my guilty pleasures from the good old Sci-Fi Channel back when they didn't produce entirely shit, you know?
When they didn't have Sharknado 23, Octopuses in Aid.
Next coming, Sharknado versus Sharktopus versus Mega Shark.
Sharktopus versus Sharknado.
Versus Crocosaurus versus Croczilla versus Freddy versus Jason versus Alien versus Predator.
Versus Piranodon.
Piranaconda.
That's right. And then you wrapped it all up with Shallow Water. That's right. A group of adventurers arrive at a fabled fishing spot in Mexico, only to realize that they're being hunted by a creature that lurks in the dark. Shallow waters. And that help will never be arriving anytime soon. Sandy Cholera. Cholera? No, that can't be right. Corolla. I can't even say your last name, honey. Collora.
Yeah,
Cholera.
It's one of those short. This one was a short film, but it definitely does a lot more with its running time than a lot of horror features do, and it's just one of those watch constantly. It's like reminds me of a lot of stuff that early Spielberg movies did, and I've already done a review on it on my channel, but it's just that good. That's all I can say.
It's good.
It's good, guys. It's good.
Well, that wraps up what you were watching.
So yeah, Rev, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
What were you watching? What you watching?
What you watching? Yeah. Anchorman. That's right. The Legend of Ron Burgundy. I actually watched the trilogy. Most people think it's actually only a duology, a single and a return, but there's Wake Up Ron Burgundy, the Lost Movie. If you've never seen Wake Up Ron Burgundy, the Lost Movie, you, my friend, have never seen Anchorman. It's its own movie completely, even though it's not. It's just, you got to watch it. Anyhow. So yeah, I was checking out Anchorman, The Legend of Ron Burgundy. Ron Burgundy is San Diego's top related newsman in the male-dominated broadcasting of the late 1970s. But all that's about to change for Ron and his cronies when an ambitious woman is new anchor. Yep, that's right. San Diego, discovered by the Germans, means a whale's vagina. That's true.
Oh, is that true? I didn't know that.
No, actually, I believe it literally means Saint Diego. Anyhow, if you haven't seen the Anchormans and you want to laugh, Will Ferrell's kills in this. So does everybody else, though. 60% of the time, it works every time. That's right.
Yeah.
So this next one at the drive-in like months ago, and it's finally going to be coming out on DVD here real soon. Fist Fight, Ice Cube, Charlie Day, Tracy Morgan, Jillian Bell. Funny to the core. Funny. Like, yeah, I spit out my soda a couple of times. I think I spit some popcorn across the seat. Definitely. When one school teacher unwittingly causes another teacher's dismissal, he's challenged to an after-school fight. Have you ever seen the movie 3 O'Clock High? It's that with a little bit of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia and Ice Cube the Thug. Now, we know Ice Cube's not really a thug. He sold out long ago, and now he lives in the suburbs with all the white people. But it's okay. We still buy him as a thug sometimes when he's carrying a baseball bat.
Well,
so
you know what? Good. He's got to go, and in the words of Blazing Saddles, where the white women at?
Where the white women at? That's right. So, Fist Fight, check it out. It's going to come out on DVD. Red box it, whatever you got to do. Yeah, I guess there's video on demand. I don't know what people do anymore. I get all my stuff from the internet. So, and I don't know. Do you people still have DVD players? I have no clue how all that works anymore.
I got an Xbox. Does that count?
Yeah, it does. It's got a DVD player in it. Then I was pre-gaming for next week's show. That's right. Or not next week's show.
It could be
week after next show.
You never know.
No. Well, yeah, I'm going to see it this week, so it could be next week's show. It's either going to be this week's show or next week's show or the week after show. We'll see. Alien Covenant is coming out, so I had to drop the bomb on Prometheus. And if you're savvy like I am, and you know where some of the dark web places are, you can get copies of a fan edit of Prometheus that's really good. The DVD cuts and the stuff that really shouldn't have been cut out of the film and put it back in, and it truly is the decent watch when you get the fan edit. So, those of you who know me personally, you might yeah. Mm-hmm. Anyhow, Prometheus. To the origin of mankind, a team finds a structure on a distant moon, but they soon find they're not alone. That's right. It scares the crap out of me every time I watch them. I don't know. It was a guy with a great big head. His head was...
Really? How big was his head?
It was huge. It was the biggest, greatest American head I've ever seen. It was huge.
Good guy. I know him.
Yeah, good guy. He's a real good guy. I know that guy. I do business with that guy. Hey, Brockmire up because the season finale is Wednesday night at 7:00 on IFC. A famed Major League Baseball announcer who suffers an embarrassing and very public meltdown live on the air after discovering his beloved wife's serial infidelity decides to reclaim his career and love of life in small town a decade later. Yeah, dude, funny stuff. I hope to God they have renewed this for another season. If not, it'll be like a huge letdown. Seriously. I mean, this is one of the only shows that I laugh out loud at.
If not, we're going to go to the studios where this was airing, and we're going to hold them hostage, maybe.
We're just going to run up and down the streets with signs going, "You people suck for canceling Brockmire. We want Brockmire. Hank Azaria's God." Whatever we've got to do.
We'll get him in on
internet
this,
stuff works.
We'll get him in character.
ABC canceled Tim the Toolman Allen's new show for being too pro-Trump. And people went to the internet and signed all these petitions to bring it back, and ABC brought it back. So, take that, snowflakes. One for the conservative guy. No, the whole premise of the show was the fact that they're a conservative family. They live in a liberal town, and everybody gets along together. And throws rocks at each other. Nobody burns each other's house down. They have heated discussions and then eat dinner together and go bowling on Tuesday night.
Wait,
because that's the way it's supposed to happen.
Disagree and move on?
Exactly. You could disagree without burning the friggin' town down. Did you know that?
No, I didn't. Usually when I disagree with my neighbors, I bust a hole in their cars.
Apparently that is a thing. You can absolutely disagree with people and not burn the neighborhood down. It's a wonderful thing to learn. So these are the things I've learned this week. Okay. Hey, you know what time it is?
What time is it, Rev?
It's time to say hi to all them peoples out there in internet lands that like to hang out with us live. Now, you know, all 5 of you, you know, we know our show is small. It's growing, but we'll see who's out there. There might be a lot more people than we would like to admit anyhow. Let's see here. Who was first this week? Well, let's see who the first person I can at least see was here this week. Now, batting third, playing center field, Mr. Kurt Harris. Starshine sliding in first base. How you doing there?
Mortal enemy.
That's right. Those darn Canadians, man. You just can't trust them people. Dean Cooper. That's right. How you doing there, buddy? Dean. That's right. Let's see. I know there's more. There's Mr. Sam Squanch Rivera. He's checking in Monday night with What Ya Watchin'. We love it when you guys are out there. Mr. Cole Wilmes. Gee, who's that guy?
Oh, I don't know.
He was hanging out.
He sounds like a jerk.
He does sound. Mr. Rod Dupree.
He's always in the place to be.
That's right. He's down with the Zorthian dystopia. Right. Let's see here. Lance Windsor, how you doing, man? Glad you're supporting us.
Good old Lance.
Well. That stuttering problem of mine just gets worse and worse one of these days, man, I swear. Okay, so we're getting back down. I think that was 5 people, right?
Yeah. I don't know. I graduated from a small town high school. I can't count, dude.
Right. We didn't get that Common Core math, so we have a difficult time doing the counting thing. I still carry the 1.
I don't do good at them math, okay, guys?
Yeah. Hey, you guys that are out there, anyhow, we are seriously considering retiming this show to a little bit earlier in the evening. So why don't you give us some suggestions on our Facebook page at facebook.com/watchinvids. That'll put you right into our Facebook page, and tell us what time would be a good time for you guys to have the show. Consider a specific time, and it would have to be after 5 p.m. Pacific. It's the only caveat I could give you. So past that, you know, we probably move it an hour earlier, 2 hours earlier. It's kind of depends upon what our 5 followers that follow us live have to say. Okay, guys, that's going to put us up to the flick of the week.
What is that, Rev?
Don't flick your personal problems up here on the page, mister. That's right. We're talking Guardians of the Galaxy Volume. What?
It is this many.
Like this many's. That's right. I have 1 and 1 on each hand. That's this many's. Set to the backdrop of an awesome mixtape 2. That's right. Quill breaks out his Dead Mama's mixtape 2. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 continues the team's adventures as they unravel the mystery of Peter Quill's true lineage. Directed by James I Got a Gun. That's right. Chris Pratt, Zoe Saldana.
Saldana, oh yeah.
And Bradley Cooper is the little fox-faced raccoon rat. Vin Diesel as Baby Groot.
I am Groot.
I am Groot. I can't remember who plays Yondu, sadly.
That's one thing I don't remember either.
Michael Rooker. Sorry, yeah, there he is. Michael Rooker plays Yondu. And Karen plays Nebula. Palm Cufflefluffa. Palm Cufflefluffa. Clement. I can't pronounce your name, lady. I'm sorry. She played Mantis. Her name was Palm. There's no way, dude. And old Mr. Goldie Hawn, Kurt Russell himself, played Ego. That's right. We did learn who Peter's dad was.
Yeah. He was a massive dick.
Oh my God, dude. So we started off with
the show, guys. Massive spoilers ahead.
Oh yeah, massive spoilers ahead. I mean, yeah, if you haven't seen it by now, dude, first of all, we're gonna start with the review part of it. 2 thumbs up.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
turn this off, go watch it, and then come back and watch this because you don't want it really ruined for you. There was a lot of foreshadowing in this movie of some of the hurtful events that did happen later, and we could talk about that. But basically at the beginning of it, the Guardians have been hired to come and protect a species of being who was too special to protect themselves.
Yes, they were basically social justice warriors. That's what I was thinking, because they were had to protect their special batteries that were worth a lot from this H.P. Lovecraftian type monster that came out of the cosmos. Which, by the way, the best intro ever, because it makes you think that's going to do the classic or the overblown intro where it's going to be this big action scene, and then it just goes into Baby Groot just dancing in the foreground with all this crazy crap happening in the background.
Yeah, you follow little Baby Groot, and dude, every bit of Baby Groot in this movie, I wanted more. Yeah. It was like they didn't give me enough Baby. You'd think you'd be sick of Baby Groot by the time. No, not even a little bit. More Baby Groot would have been fine with me.
I was perfectly fine with the amount of Baby Groot we had, and one of my buddies was like, "We got way too much. I think they overdid Baby Groot." I was like,
"No way, man. Not for me. I was digging every minute of Baby Groot." The whole premise of it, they save the day from these species, the protecting these batteries, and Rocket, being Rocket, decides, they're worth a lot of money. I should steal 8 or 10 of them and put them in my bag as I walk away.
Wanted to.
Just not tell anybody because I wanted to. That's right. I mean, that's what Rocket does.
Much like the end of the first movie. Like, what if I steal something? That's still bad.
No, what if I really want it more than they do? Like, you're not understanding. I really, really want it. I mean, they don't want it at all. I want it more.
Yeah, see? So, just to prove a point, he steals it because he wants it more.
And then he tells Drax that he has them. Why wouldn't Drax immediately tell Peter that was? I mean, that Drax is literal. Drax has no ability to cover anything up. So that was kind of
I don't know. I feel like in this movie they're sort of establishing that he's starting to learn humor and metaphors.
That's a practical joke. I just made that up. No, I mean, he's still a literal jackass. But they basically as they're getting away, as they're leaving from being saved and apparently being paid and rewarded for defeating the monster that was going to eat the batteries, they learned that the batteries are missing, and they send an entire fleet after the Guardians of the Galaxy to collect their batteries.
There we learn just how sad this perfect race is. They don't even send. Well, it's both sad and ingenious at the same time because
they send drones.
Yeah, they're drones
controlled by their beings back on their home world.
And not just that, they make arcade sounds back at home.
Right.
Am I the only one that noticed that? I was just like,
no, I caught it. I was, it was literally like playing Outlaw or some of those race games in an arcade. They were like on motorcycles and leaning forward.
Yeah.
And
then there's even a moment where like there's one guy standing and everybody's gathered around like, oh, is he gonna beat it? Is he gonna get the high score?
Yeah. He's like, oh my God, he's playing Top Gun. He's almost got 8 million points. Oh, he's like the last guy standing. And then of course that fleet just disappears.
Yeah.
Something saves the day. We don't know exactly what until they land on the planet.
Yeah, we get a little scene shot where we see Ego riding on top of his magic bean. That's what I call it, just the magic bean.
Hey, what is that? I don't know. It looks like a guy.
It's a little guy. He wasn't little. Well, he was far away.
Well, I couldn't tell. He looked little to me. And then who pops out of the little magic bean but Ego? Literally, that's the guy's name. Ego. Now, does that mean that we have like gluttony and greed and all these other bad things out there in the universe that are beings too?
No, it's just that. Actually, no, that's ego isn't one of the 7 sins or whatever.
Well, I didn't say it was a deadly sin. I just said it was a bad character trait.
No. Well, maybe I don't know. There's Blob, but
are we gonna have like picks his teeth with a fork? Is he gonna be a god, a celestial being out there somewhere?
Probably, yeah. You never know.
And out steps Mr. Goldie Hawn. Now, I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of Kurt Russell in anything he's done lately. I was a fan of his stuff when he did it, Escape from L.A. Well, Escape from New York. I'm sorry. Escape from L.A. was shit. But there's a Big Trouble in Little China. There was a lot of his early stuff that I really liked. But as it went on, he just changes the character name, but plays it exactly the same way. Every single character he has, it's Kurt Russell. And the friggin' the Hateful Eight, same as this character, just plain old Kurt Russell, same old shit, different movie.
But you gotta
thanks,
admit,
Kurt, for being a standardized piece of garbage your entire life. Sorry.
Gotta admit, he plays a good asshole in this one.
He does play a good asshole in this one, but that's what it was written for.
Yeah.
So the premise of the movie from that point is that Ego wants his son to come to his planet so that he can reveal to him the secrets of his birth.
Yes. Because we figure out...
It's clear
that
it was clear that Yondu didn't deliver him for a reason, and we have never really figured out what that reason was until we get this cutscene.
Before that, they say, because I kept you, boy, because you were little and you can fit into small places.
You had small hands and you can get into places, right?
You're good for thieving.
Yeah. Well, we get this cutscene of Sylvester Stallone, of all fucking people, and a bunch of Ravengers standing around telling Yondu how much of a piece of shit he is because he trafficked children to Ego. Never kids. You know the Ravenger code. Never kids. Well, I didn't know what he was. God doesn't matter. You've got no
well, you
heart.
Know what?
No Ravengers.
At least Yondu wasn't in Judge Dredd. Oh, that's right. Shit.
That's right. You're never gonna have a Ravenger funeral. The colors will never blow over your coffin. And right then, I knew to die in this movie. I knew it. As soon as there's no reason to have a scene like that if that wasn't going to be the case.
Yeah, spoiler.
So,
Yondu dies.
Yeah, exactly. Well, yeah, no shit. The blue guy dies. Friggin' Wes yelled that one out at the end of the last show.
Damn it, Wes.
But yeah, there was a lot of foreshadowing of what happens to Yondu in the movie as it progresses, and it was kind of. I wasn't. I saw it. The people I were with were like, "Oh, I didn't see that coming at all," and I was like, "Oh no, I knew that was coming. It was plain that was coming." Because every time he talked to Rocket, it was, "I know you, boy, because I am you, boy." It was like Yondu's rehabilitation movie, or
because in the last movie, everybody was like, "Oh, he's just an asshole." In this movie, they're like, "Oh, he's everybody's space daddy now."
Right, he might have been your father, but I was your daddy. And yeah, we'll get to that in a minute. Off goes Quill and the green girl with the boobies and the blue guy Drax, and they leave baby Groot and Rocket back with the ship
and with
Nova. Yeah, what's her face?
Nova.
Huh?
Nova.
Not Nova. Her name isn't Nova.
Yeah, it's Nova.
It's definitely not Nova.
I thought it was Nova.
No, her name is definitely not. It's Nebula.
Nebula. That's
you're close.
Spacey term.
You're close.
I'm not.
Nova, Nebula, they're both celestial sky beings. So whatever,
Win.
It's all good. It's all good. And that's when we get introduced to this new character, Mantis. What the? That chick. That thing was just cute enough not to be creepy.
Yeah,
it was on the edge of smack it with a paper.
I don't know. She was so hilarious. I ignored the creepy factor because we find out that she has this ability that, but if she makes contact with you, she can feel what you're feeling. Because there's a scene that was in all the trailers where she touches Star-Lord, and he's like, "Oh, you have feelings of love." He's like, "Yeah, I have no sexual feelings for her," and points at Gamora. And just at that moment, you just get Drax just laughing his ass off. Be like, "Oh, she just told your biggest, darkest secret."
Now, do me. And she reaches over at Drax, touches him, and he goes to sleep.
No, there's a moment where they just both laugh at him, but then she puts him to sleep.
So we finally arrive on planet Ego. Not only is the dude's name Ego, but somehow the planet's name is Ego.
Yeah, because here's something for the fans. They knew this going in, but Ego is actually a living planet.
Right. That's when we learn that, Ego tells Quill all about it. That basically his father was alone in the darkness. And he realized that he was here all alone. And next, he created this planet and everything on it. And then he created form. He was basically going through Genesis in the Bible. And then he sought off to seek other contact with other beings on the planet and found them. How did he put it? Found them wanting?
Yeah, wanting.
Yeah. Found out they sucked.
Yeah. But that was
so he set off on a
he was like, "Oh, I set off and then I set off and I found your mother and I fell in love."
Oh, dude, that story. Oh my goodness, dude. Quill gets all upset about it. He tried to kill his friends and this and that. And
then you get the biggest dick thing because he sort of pretty much puts him in a trance, and you almost think that Peter's going to be on his side for a while until the friends come in and snap him out of it. But Ego does the dumbest thing that he could do, and he admits, he's like, it was too bad I had to give your mama that brain tumor.
Yeah,
just at that moment.
Broke my heart to put that tumor in your mother's brain.
And
that
Tony
was it.
Stark,
Quill
take notes.
lost it.
This is how you take care of somebody when you realize they murdered your mom, because he doesn't give it a moment. He just
pow, pow, pow. I mean, he hit that. Yeah, I mean, he responded as a Star-Lord should respond. I mean, he took it. And the next thing you know, they're being run into by who?
They ran into by, I think it was Yondu, because they came back. Yondu and Rocket. But we missed the whole thing with a running joke.
We missed the whole running joke
of one of the pirates. His name was Taserface.
Taserface. Let me get this right.
All
of the scary things in the universe, you landed on Taserface.
Yeah, that's like the running gag of the thing, because there's this guy who's wanting to overthrow Yondu in the pirate group, and there's this moment like, Taserface did it. Every time he does it, somebody just busts out laughing. Can't take him seriously.
So they put Yondu and Rocket in prison and take over the Ravager main mothership, and they shoot off Yondu's fin. So he no longer has control over his arrow anymore. Next thing you know, they're torturing poor baby Groot.
Them sons of bitches.
They're kicking him around. They're stomping at him. They're covering
him with beer.
They might have been peeing on him. I'm not really sure that was beer. Finally, he walks past Yondu and Rocket, and he's like, "You want to get us out of here?" And he's like, okay. So they tell him that there's a prototype fin in the captain's quarters that he's got to go and get. And he only knows 3 words. I am Groot. So there's this whole 5, 6, maybe even 7-minute scene where he's just bringing back everything but not this fin that they want. Until finally he brings back the proper thing, and we see Yondu just
he's pretty much being like he's like Vader and Jason Voorhees in this moment. He's just like going through slaughtering everybody with his magic arrow.
Everybody that turned on him,
yeah,
he killed with the magic arrow and his new prototype fin. And then they blew up the ship and separated it.
Yeah.
But before they blew it up, Taserface.
Yeah, he had to call the perfect people, and he was like, "Oh, go get Yondu. I'm sending you the coordinates. And when you see him, tell him the man who screwed him over. Tell him Taserface." They just start busting
Taserface did it. They laugh at us in the mess too. Taserface. He landed on Taserface. What a dumbass. So Yondu and
we're
Rocket,
back to where we were.
Right. Then Yondu, Rocket, and Baby Groot, and they all arrive on Ego, the planet, the living planet of Ego, and crash their spaceship down into it. And that's when we learn. Well, that's when Ego starts to attack it. It blows up the ship, and that's where we hear the famous line. You look like Mary Poppins.
Is he cool?
Yondu looks over at him. Is he cool? Yeah.
I'm
Yeah, he was cool.
Poppins, y'all.
I'm Mary Poppins, y'all. As he's landing on the ground. Nobody has a clue who Mary Poppins is. You know, he's happy to be Mary Poppins.
Peter Quill didn't want to take that away.
And then I'm kind of... And take it from there, Cole. Where do we go from that point?
Pretty much at that point, Peter Quill starts tapping into his god powers, because since he's part celestial, he has those capabilities, and they've established that over the course of the plot with Kurt Russell. So they pretty much start Man of Stealing it, pretty much just going through like Zod versus Superman and Man of Steel, just crashing through the planet.
And old Yondu gives him the secret. He says, I don't make this arrow move with my mind, boy. I make it move with my heart. And that's when Peter gets, you killed my mother.
And then they start forming rocks, and he makes a giant Pac-Man.
He makes bop, 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 bop. It was funny.
Yeah.
When they were talking in the earlier, he's like, you mean I can make anything I want on this planet? He's like, sure. He's like, even like a 36-volt Farrah faucet? Careful, I'm going to make some weird shit.
And he does. Like once.
And he makes a Pac-Man. That's right.
But there was a moment where like Mantis, since like she's the only person that can put Ego to sleep, she was pretty much using her powers to hold him off. But then at one point, something knocks her out. And I remember me and my friends were like, where were you on that, Drax? In the first movie, you were talking about like, nothing goes over my head. My reflexes are too fast. I will catch it.
That's right.
Where are your reflexes there, Drax?
So what it comes down to, Rocket building a bomb, which of course he's really good at, making a timing device, and convincing Baby Groot to go into the brain stem of Ego and set the timer.
Yep.
And that comes from the trailer as well. I am Groot. I am Groot. I am Groot. No, that's the wrong button. That's the one that kills us all. Why would you push that one?
From the top.
Push the other one. Okay. Yeah, one more time. I am Groot. I am Groot. I am Groot. No! Hey, does anybody have any tape? And that's one of the funniest scenes in the movie, where it goes all the way around. Star-Lord's out there fighting and shooting, and the Sunshine people showed back up. The people, the perfect people showed back up with all these ships, and they're out there fighting them, and they're asking each other if they've got tape. And he asks Drax, and Drax goes, "Would Scotch tape work?" Yeah, Scotch tape would work. Drax wouldn't know what the hell Scotch tape was.
Oh, I don't know, though.
He'd have no clue what Scotch tape was. Scotch tape is a human brand in America. The people in China don't even know what the hell Scotch tape was. Why would Drax know?
It could be a different one on his planet. A different thing.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. But, hey, Rocket, you're the one that builds bombs. If anybody'd have tape, it's you. He's like, yeah, I know. Just proving one more time I gotta do everything.
Little baby Groot just runs off with the bomb, being like, I am Groot!
So they're still up there. Ego's still fighting with Star-Lord, and they're doing the whole thing. And Star-Lord looks over at Rocket and says, how long do you think we have? He says, well, considering if baby Groot doesn't instantaneously vaporize us all, I'd say about 6 minutes.
So basically, it just gets to where Rocket and Yondu get out, and then Yondu's like, "Oh, I gotta go back for my Star-Lord, because he's my dad. He's my son.
He's my boy." You know, hey buddy, because Rocket and Yondu have this whole love finding of each other because they're exactly like each other, and you know, this is I need this. Let me have this. I gotta redeem myself. And they only had the one protective suit that would work at that point. Yeah. So well, give it to me. I gotta save my boy. And of course, spoiler alert: Star-Lord defeats Ego, and the bomb goes off from Baby Groot. Well,
not on Baby Groot, but he does set it on
Baby Groot. Right. Yeah. And the only people left on the Ego planet was Yondu and Star-Lord. And I guess you can guess which one got the one pack that made him live. So this is where we lose poor Yondu. He dies in Star-Lord's hands. And he told him, that fucker might have been your father, but he wasn't your daddy. And you know that, and then there's 20 minutes of boo-hooing and remembering things about Yondu. I mean, that kind of drug on a little long for me.
Then you get Yondu's funeral, where he gets the Ravager funeral.
Of course, the Ravengers show up and they blow the colors over his casket, and they all forgive him because he's redeemed himself for killing Ego. Because apparently, every kid he ever delivered to Ego killed. And I guess the news of that actually got out. So, that's pretty much where it came down to it. Dude, the critics stars, okay? If I tell you it's a decent watch and you enjoyed the first one, the jokes were not forced. It was just as funny. Light. It was everything it should have been. It was a comic book movie. It was a fun comic book movie. Yeah, there was a lot of overtones in it. Yeah, there was a lot of I could have done without Stallone. Guys, really, you don't need big names for minor parts. We don't care who those people are. We really don't. You really don't need to pay Sylvester Stallone to be in another Guardians of the Galaxy.
I enjoyed seeing Stallone, but I'm a big
really. It would have been just as fine with me if it would have been a minor character. Like 90% of the Nova Corps was.
Yeah.
We didn't know who any of those people were, but yet they were still epic.
Yeah.
You could have made an epic character for that to be without paying. I ain't doing nothing for less than $1 million. I'm sure that's the conversation that they had, but anyhow, neither here nor there.
They're like throwing $1 trillion at Infinity War, so.
I heard a lot of critics say, "Oh, it was forced. It wasn't as good as the first one." And you people suck. I don't know what you wanted from it.
I loved it. I feel like the comedy is a bit heavy in this, but it's not forced. I feel like it's just taking what it started in the first one and just upping it a little, which is what you should do in a sequel.
Their game a little bit. Instead of depressing it like happens in most sequels, they actually brought us every bit as much fun as the first one and a little bit more. And they set up the third one. Oh my God, all the after scenes. Yeah, I mean, there's yes.
Groot. I am Groot.
Now I know what Yondu went through all those years. You get the Stan Lee extra credit scene.
Yeah, because before you got to see him with the Watchers, talking about all the stories and his adventures across the universe.
Hey, you guys are my ride home. Hey, and then there's the perfect people after scene where they're like, now we're going to birth us the absolute perfect revenge. We'll get you, Guardians.
They're setting up Adam Warlock.
Adam Warlock. I don't know who that is.
I don't either.
So, well, there you go. Is that really what they're setting up?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just know he's a character in Marvel Universe.
Oh, well, we'll see how it goes. And with that, look at that. It's already time to shut this mother down.
Already?
Just like that. Another episode of What You're Watching is in the bag, my man. Look at that. Doesn't take much. We appreciate all you guys out there watching us live.
We love you guys.
We love you guys. You guys are awesome. None of you are ignorant.
None of you are ignorant.
We're gonna go see Prometheus 2 or Alien Covenant. It's on my list to do probably Thursday night, like opening night. If not, I'll be out there Friday night to see it. So if you manage to get it seen before the weekend, then we very well could do it next week. If not, we'll put it up in the What You Watch fan page on Facebook, and you can find us there. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next week.
Later.